loud and wicked every Saturday 3 to 5 p.m. with Outside with Pepita. Lone vibes, lone laughs, and lone entertainment. Come on the road with we. Cause when we say Outside with Pepita, we're there all over Jamaica. Anyway, check them out. We're there. We're in on the business. Stay tuned in for prizes, surprises, giveaways, guest artists, and enough more. But hold on there. We forget to big up my DJ. DJ Jerome the Shell Boss, I'm gonna make it bust to pew pew with the maddest, baddest, and latest tunes. So look out for Outside with Pepita. We might be coming to a town near you. You heard it here first. Outside with Pepita, Saturdays 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM. The new revolution in media. Jamaica, lock it in and don't miss a thing.
Diva. You're in the Dezign Studio with the Dezign Diva, Karen Booker.
Sabi girl no they too like talk. Animals they in human form. Body man nobody like walk. But you must hustle if you want job. You no finish them won't fight us. If them they run them no fit catch up. I know they form say I too righteous. No con they form say you too like us. Me no get the time for the hate and the bad energy. Got my mind on my money. Make you dance like broccoli. Steady green like broccoli. Steady on my grind, oh yeah, what they want telling me. Could deny my fantasy. They want to check if my tap be no wrong. But it rush for a well, it be much. Now gotta make my tap be the rush. The kind money we talk, yeah. It rush for a well, it be much. No be hype, everybody they crush. There's no darling with us. You never thought you dey from papas. Which kind money we never see before. Cause hello me, come me feeling I'm the one a day.
Happy Saturday! And yes, your Saturday just got a whole lot better because yes, you're tuning in on Nationwide 90.3, 90.5, 90.7 and 90.9 and live on our YouTube channel Nationwide 90 FM live too. Yes! So just in case you are new here or you need to be reintroduced, my name is Karen Booker and I am the host of the Dezign Studio on Nationwide 90 FM. Yes! So we're still your go-to for all things interior design, but guess what? No, we have taken it up a notch. So alongside transforming your living spaces and creating beautiful and functional homes, guess what? No, we're bringing you fresh lifestyle segments to inspire every aspect of your life. So whether it's home decor, wellness, or the latest trends, you've pretty much come to the right place. Yes, guess what? No, it's Child's Month. Yes, May is Child's Month. It's also Mental Awareness Month. Did you know that lots and lots of things going on in May? And of course, it's Mother's Day tomorrow. So we're celebrating in style the Kids Room Redo Contest. Yes, that's what we do here. We challenge you and we give you gifts for all of the challengement. So the Dezign Studio is calling all young creatives and proud parents. This is your moment. So whether your child decorates their room or you created a magical room or even a space, a little nook just for them, we want to see it. So I need you to share the photos, win prizes, and get featured on our show all month long. So this is all you have to do. You have to just WhatsApp your pics to 876-280-6629. Right? And then you're going to follow us on Instagram to stay in the loop. All right? But here how this picture thing going on. We want to see you in there. Because we know how the Photoshop thing work. We know how Canva work. We know how all of these, the apps work, okay? So we want authentic, credible pictures that either you did or your child did, so we've opened it up to you. We really want the children to do it, but hey, sometimes they need a little help and a little thing. So if you, happen to contribute in any way, we want you involved. We want to see what is happening. We want the pictures. Send the pictures now to our WhatsApp, which is 876-280-6629. And remember, you're going to be winning gifts. So we are going to, be telling you each week what is happening. And then we're going to, narrow it down to the finals. And then, of course, the big things. I mean, you're getting gift certificates from Maxi. You're getting paint, of course, from BH and a whole heap of other things. So please, yes. So let's not forget now, tomorrow is Mother's Day, right? So today we're showing love to all the incredible moms out there. You are the heart of the home, and you are, as Terry Carell always says, you are the compass. You are the compass. You are the guiding light, and you tell how to go and where to go. You understand? So stay with us as we share design tips, inspiration, and special segments dedicated to honoring the woman behind the title. So of course, grab your tea, sit back, and let's design a life and space that you love right here on the Dezign Studio. But before we go and take a little break and come right back, this is what I need you to do. I need you to come on over to our YouTube Live and click the link in our chat. Give us the feedback on the show. Now, we already have our people in attendance. Good afternoon, Annie Smith. Good afternoon, Marigold. Good afternoon, SH, and everybody else who's coming. Even if you're late, is all right. You're late, but you reach. It's okay. As long as you reach, and everybody out there in Radio Land. So let me just tell you what's coming up this week. All right, in social media, we have, of course, Shaquani McKenzie, and Shaquani is going to be sharing all about that super mom myth on social media, because we tend to compare ourselves with images and things that are just not realistic and so not true. All right. In Design Lab, gift ideas for Mother's Day. And let me just tell you something. I came from Constant Spring Road right into halfway tree. The streets are abuzz with excitement and with goods and with wares. But if you want that special touch, we have some ideas for you. In What Would Karen Do? I would love for you to send all your design questions to 876-280-6629. Interior design. Of course, interior design would have to be centered around mom. Of course, it has to be creating a space just for mom. Sometimes you don't have no money, but you can go in our space and you can just rejudge it. You understand? And in the home tour this week, we have the French ambassador's home. Yeah, and they're going to teach us how to set one table. Because you have the Mother's Day dinner tomorrow, or the brunch, or the luncheon, or the breakfast. You have to know how to set the table. Okay. Now in Thrive 360, and this, let me tell you now, every week we have Thrive 360 where we bring in our experts or professionals, because the Design Studio is not based on opinion. It is based on fact, data, evidence. You understand? And we bring in our experts. And so the expert of all experts when it comes to mental health is none other than whom? Yes, Dr. Patrice Charles King. And she is going to be talking about the motherhood and identity, remembering the woman behind the title, because sometimes we as mothers get so caught up in giving, doing, we forget ourselves. Yeah, we do. All right. So stick around for a minute. We are going to come right back with social media, and we're going to just pick Shaquani's brain for a second and see what's going on there.
Don't miss the BH Paints Mania Mega Sale! Save up to 25% off BH Caulk, plus up to 20% off select Permaflat and Excel Flat Emulsion White Paints. From now until April 30, deals at a steal at BH stores and participating hardwares. Don't wait until the last minute. Stocks are limited. Get to your nearest store and save up to 25% off only with BH Paints.
Outperform, outlast, with top performance. Jackama. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Pan select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-6111-4. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Hey, fabulous listeners. Yes, it's your girl Karen Booker, and here at Nationwide 90 FM and live streaming on Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. Yes. Now, remember, we are in our special month, our Child's Month, right? And it's all about children. And then there's Mother's Day tomorrow. So we have a whole heap of things going on in this packed little show today. So now we are going to be speaking to none other than Shaquani McKenzie, who is our social media expert. Hello, Shaquani.
How are you? Hello, everyone.
Hello. The volume is a little low.
Oh, it is.
Yes, okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. And I'm seeing your beautiful picture, you and little Luca. Oh, my goodness. So apt for Mother's Day tomorrow and certainly Child's Month. So
Yes.
if I don't get a chance to speak to you again, so let me just tell you right now, happy Mother's Day when it comes.
Happy Mother's Day when it comes to you and everyone in Radio Land, YouTube Land. Big up.
I am going to grab that for everybody on behalf of all the mothers who's listening right now and who are always just doing for themselves, doing for others, and then just remember themselves. And even though, and you know, sometimes what I feel very odd, they keep doing for other people, and then when somebody wants to do for them, they're like, "No, man, it's all right." Why would you say that? You know what I'm saying? I can never understand why. I just can't. So anyway, so today. Shaq, we're talking about how there is this supermom myth on social media and how comparison online affects mental health and how to reclaim your own narrative, like who you are, until you see these people out there who's staging every single shot and you're saying, okay, I need to be like that. I remember when I was growing up, and I'm going to date myself. There was this little show on the Cosby Show, and I wanted I wanted my mother to be like Claire Huxtable. Yes. Yes, my mother. My mother needs to be Claire Huxtable. Yeah.
Nah.
Exactly.
We don't need to be Claire Huxtable. We just need to be ourselves and understand our children. We see all these polished images, these idealized images of what a mom should look like and should be doing. And then at the end of the day, some of us don't even have half the resources to accomplish what these golden moms look like. And I think that we
that part.
It's true.
That part.
I remember seeing a particular formula maker by one of our very popular influencers. And I had to draw myself back and I said, hold up, girls. No. She's a popular influencer who's making influencer bucks. She reached this, so yes. And I had to remind myself, this is me, this is the mom I am, and that's where I should be right now. And I need to be content with that. My child is happy with that. He don't know the difference between if I shake the bottle or if I'm machine mixed it. And that's what matters.
Shaq, I love you. I love you so much. You know, as you were talking, you know what came to my mind? When these people, these influencers now, because the influencers are influencing, because we are paying attention to them. So the more we pay attention to them is the more them influence, right? That's how the whole thing goes. Because as soon as we even look at it, the algorithm keeps feeding that to us. All right, cool. The $1 million birthday party, them.
Oh my, and you have
for
to
a 1-year-old who don't care. Take it away now, girl.
You have to remember, a lot of the $1 million birthday parties that you see are more than likely by a celebrity or an influencer. And you have to remember, half of that is sponsored. More than half of that, most of the times, is sponsored. Bless the ones that just did it on their own, and this is what they wanted to do, and they just wanted it for posterity's sake. But that's them and their budget once again. What you can do to make a moment is to have a picnic, go out to a Hope Garden, find a green spot, something nice, clean and airy. It's the same thing. It's the same feeling the baby going to get, the same feeling you going to get once they're happy. I promise you.
So let me ask you this now. As somebody who manages content, and this, because this is what you do, this is your day job. This is not you hustling around like, people and say, okay, I've done it. No, this is serious business for you. Have you worked with creators who felt the pressure to look perfect? I mean, moms now, we're talking about mothers who who felt this pressure or feel this pressure to look perfect all the time, and what does it cost them?
Oh my gosh, of course. So I've worked with creators and I've worked with people who are not creators, and the budget is wild. It is crazy because when you would just buy one regular balloon and say, all right, it's $300.
Yeah.
By the time you look at the balloons they buy, it already $600 US.
Stop kidding. Balloon where you just put a pin in and pop. Balloon?
Of course, because they must get the pump, they must get the colors, they must match the seam.
And you have to get the balloon artist to put the whole thing together.
And sometimes the balloon shaped like zebra. I mean, I actually have the balloon that is the zebra. And, and why do we need all of this? If we're just regular moms, we don't need all of that, I promise you guys, we don't need all of this fanfaring. The kids not going to remember a cent of it.
So, all right, now. So we have identified what the issue is. We have identified that algorithm is really dangerous because as soon as you pay 5 seconds, and I timed it's 5 seconds, 5 seconds of of attention to anything, trust and believe me, it comes back to you tenfold, right? What are some of the signs that social media feed might be a little bit more harmful than helpful? I just mentioned the algorithm. What the toll that it takes on your mental health, given the fact that we are humans and we tend to compare?
Okay, well, first of all, what it does to you is that it creates unrealistic standards. When we're not all going to be able to be the Beyonce of moms, the China K of moms, whoever is your mom role model or your hashtag family goal. It leads to feeling inadequate, anxiety. Why am I not reaching that goal yet? It perpetuates burnout and imposter syndrome. I don't believe I belong in this mother role. And then it leads to late postpartum, I believe. And we can link medical experts for this, but it does then lead to other...
one coming later.
And it can isolate because then you will feel yourself isolating yourself from other moms who may be able to provide what you can't for your child, which is not healthy. Because they now watch that neither. They just want to know you come out to talk to them because they may have similar problems and you're hiding and not talking with them. And then, we just create a cycle of unhealthy mom lifestyle and no one is being able to share because all they see is this perfect picture on social media.
And not understanding too, Shaq, and I know you know this, when a woman goes in and gives birth, right, especially people of resources and of means, the second surgery is the snap back surgery. So whereas when you go and you give your natural childbirth and so on, you deliver the baby, and it's going to take a while because the pounds are on, you know what I mean? And you're thinking, why can't these pounds come off? And sometimes it takes a year or two naturally because that is one thing that, the whole body situation and so on. And then you see these moms come and it's like, wait a second, your belly gone to wash belly after 3 weeks. That really go, really?
Listen, some moms are gifted. I was at the hospital, and if you watch people, you're mad yourself. Right. I saw different moms coming out of the room because, you're in one room first and you're all together, and then one by one you leave, and then you meet in another room. Some still had the bump. Some didn't have a belly at all. And I was like, oh my gosh, how you do that? But that's just how that person's body is. And then, of course, trending in the golden mom circle is, of course, the body contouring and fix up back. And it's their go-to after. And, of course, they have a right to. They have to attend media shows right after. Some of them them have to go back into the media industry, movie, whatever it is their role is right after. And so they have to be able to maintain a certain look and figure. But let me tell you, you don't have to, some of your audience actually love to see that you come raw and with yourself and to the truth. Let us know your homes are a little messy, your hair is a little undone, the makeup never go on quite so this morning. It's okay to let them know that the baby touch up the mascara when you was leaving.
I love that you brought that up.
It's fine.
I love that you brought that up, because my next question to you is, just hearing you say that, how can moms use social media and be real, just like what you say, the mascara smudge, they think the place never washed, the bed really never met this morning, because, we have whole heap for the know. Without feeling like they're oversharing, because oversharing is not a good thing on social media. So how can we be real and authentic and credible without, oversharing?
Okay, so what I do is, and I tend to be a little of an oversharer sometimes because I like to be a relatable person. So I save that for my TikTok. I'll go on my TikTok and I'll be real with people, and I will tell them, listen, today I am not feeling my very best. Today is a low energy day, and I know a lot of people will relate. And you will see people starting to open up more and being able to say, it's true. Yesterday I had that. Last week was my week. And then we help each other to rebuild that narrative of how to come out of that gray zone and back into a perk zone, and to motivate and bring back that energy. But some of those ways are just going tried and true, being honest. Let us know how you're feeling today, and bring some merit to it, meaning how you bring it forward is what makes the difference. So you don't just go out there and be bawling, and there's no words being expressed and we don't understand it. Take a moment before you go live.
Because to me, that just looks thirsty.
Sorry. Sometimes, as I say, it's how you do it. Some people authentically come and they need someone. They literally need someone to hear them because there's no one else around them that they believe can hear them. I was blessed when I was growing up to be in a circle full of women, and I used to go to a lot of baby showers.
Right.
And I remember one woman saying, listen, motherhood don't easy. She said it to the becoming mom.
Right.
Motherhood don't easy. If you ever feel that, call a neighbor and run. It don't matter if you had a fight with a neighbor an hour ago, 2 days ago, a month ago. Today it doesn't matter. It's the safety of your child that counts. Because when the child starts crying and you don't know how to handle, you need to stop. You need to relax. You need to be. And I remember just getting these little gems. And this is what has helped me now in my present motherhood, that, what's social media? The algorithm is going to show you polished. It's going to show you the stress-free moms, the not overly stimulated moms. But they have nannies behind the scenes. They have camera crews, or even help with a cousin, an auntie, a friend. They have help, and that's why they're able to give you great content. But then you have the real moms out there that they clearly don't have all that help, and they're showing you who they authentically are. Follow them.
Okay. So let me ask that. As a social media manager, what role do you play in helping the brands or the influencers present a more balanced and honest content? How do you navigate that?
The same thing I just told you here. When I see influencers stressing on if I should wear a brighter pink or a darker blue, or should I wear pink or blue at all, I ask them, what do they feel? It doesn't matter to you. What was in your past when you were a little girl? What did you want? You know what I mean? Share that tale with your followers. I try to ask them to be as authentic as they can be, as they feel safe to be. And that is what really sells them. At the end of the day, they're true honest selves.
So Patrick Neal says social media is a cesspit for oversharing, and oversharing is the least. Yeah. Okay. So what do you have any advice for moms who want to enjoy social media now without falling into the comparison trap? Because the comparison thing is real.
Well, as I suggested before, follow moms who seem real, who are able to share with you and say, well, it's 6 o'clock, it's time to get to work, but I don't know if I must put on the baby clothes first or I must brush my teeth. The ones that are real. They're not oversharing, but they're real. And that you can relate to. Not a mom where the goal is too high and the bar is way too high. Of course, you must have standards. You must have, something to work toward, but don't be tricked or fooled or feel that you must get this goal by a certain time. Because when you stress your children too in believing that they should talk before they're 2 or they should do this before a certain age, and it doesn't help. It actually just makes it a little worse.
A little worse. Okay.
Yeah.
Shaq, how can we find you? And give us all your handles and all your numbers and all that great information.
Sure. Well, you can always find me at SM Marketing Consultancy on any social media platform. And you can reach out to us at 876-213-6548. For any questions in marketing, finding resources for small brands, even big brands, we're your go-to.
Thank you so very much for coming today and sharing. Happy Mother's Day when it comes, Shaq. And stay beautiful.
Happy Mother's Day, everyone, and see you too, Karen. Thank you so much for having me. Nationwide staff and all, thank you.
And I appreciate that, and I take it on behalf of Nationwide.
All right.
All right, guys, we're going to take a little break and come right back.
What didn't I do for you, girl? Can I do for you? And I know. I do for you. Love like a riddle, yeah. Give me the clues for the riddle. Oh, laugh just a little, yeah. Life's pretty sweet, can be bitter. Sensational.
Don't miss the BH Paints Mania Mega Sale. Save up to 25% off BH Caulk. Plus, up to 20% off Select Permaflat and Excel Flat Emulsion White Paints. From now until April 30, deals at a steal at BH stores and participating hardwares. Don't wait until the last minute. Stocks are limited. Get to your nearest store and save up to 25% off. Only with BH Paints.
This Mother's Day, make her smile with something as special as she is. At Fragrance and More, the all-occasion store, we've crafted the perfect gift baskets just for mom. Choose from personalized baskets, goodies baskets, fresh fruit baskets, fruits and goodies combos, beautiful flowers, and so much more. Call or WhatsApp us today at 876-346-6882.
You're in the Dezign Studio with the Design Diva, Karen Booker.
Like a drum, drum, drum. Feel it in my soul. Leave me wanting more. You make me wanna run, run, run. Heart be racing like a drum, drum, drum. Don't know where we'll go. Don't know where we'll go. Yeah. You don't need to run away. You stay right next to me.
Design Lab Home Decor Tips and Design Trends is brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
So I am one of those mothers who don't want things like what everybody else getting. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to relax on Mother's Day. Don't take me to dinner. Don't give me no flowers and all them something there. I want things that you've thought about. I want an experience. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I don't want like the same old. It's long time you know me, since you're born. You know what I mean? So therefore you're supposed to have an inkling now of who your mother is. So when you start, and I'm not taking boxing the food out of anybody's mouth. I mean, there are those among us who just want to stop, get something for mom and keep it moving, right? But there is something to be said about that personalized gift that we can just make. And because this is the Design Studio, because this is the Design Diva, and because we are now in the Design Lab, we are going to give you all kinds of ideas that will motivate you and inspire you to make your own gift. All right, so here's up. Yes. So it's DIY gift ideas that are heartfelt, yes, stylish, and of course easy to make. So my thing, is always easy, affordable, and quick. All right. So the first one we have is a personalized floral frame. Personalized frame. And I believe now that we are so caught up digitally these days that we're not printing pictures, but you can print some pictures still. Find a picture that you and your mom experienced, some kind of thing wherever. Stylize the pic, so you have that first, right? Then you're gonna find some frame. You know, say you have frame my house that gathering dust and all of these things, right? So you're gonna find a frame. It can be wooden, it can be, any frame, as a matter of fact, right? And you're going to decorate it with fresh flowers, paint, and glitter. You can go to any craft store, and get some this glitter. Okay, the little glitter, you just throw on it, because we're all divas. We love the glitter, we love the glitz and glam and all of these things. All right, and of course now you can go to BH Paints, yes, or if you have done a painting project and you have a little bit of paint left over, that is what you do. You're going to use them. And remember how to store your paint properly so that you can always use. Paint is a thing that is a gift that keeps on giving. You have a whole heap of uses for it. Then now you get some flowers or some seashells or something now that you can add to the frame, and you decorate it. All right, and then you put a little quote like "Home is where mom is" on the frame, and then you present that to mom. You think she's not gonna like that? How you mean? But of course you're going to give her some wine too, Yeah, you're going to give her some wine and all these things and whatnot. What you will not give her is things to go into the kitchen. All right. Okay, so the second one now, hand-painted flower pots. These are all the rage. I cannot wait to do one, and when I do it, I'm going to show it to you. I think I'm going to be doing one this week. It's the terracotta flower pot that you personalize and you give features. You know what I'm saying? So yes. You go to any hardware store and you get a terracotta. They are so affordable. Them like, as we say, cheap like dust, And you paint it, of course, with the BH paints, bright colors, right? With mom messages. Then no, here's the thing now, because this is a usable gift, and this is what I am all about, usable gifts. You are now going to plant some herbs in the pot. And then you're going to give her, yes, so that when she is cooking, not on Mother's Day, she can grow her own herbs. You understand what I'm saying? Our own flowers and things, pretty like money. If you are riding around in Radioland and you don't have the benefit of looking at our YouTube screen right now, I'm sorry. But please go home later on, Nationwide 90 FM Live 2, right? Subscribe, of course, and then you get to see everything that we're showing. All right, here's the next thing that we're going to talk about now, the memory jar. The memory jar, mason jars. Mason jars they came into popularity years and years ago, and they're still trending. You can use it for everything under the sun. So the memory jar, or reasons we love mom. So you're going to decorate a mason jar with ribbons and labels. You can even paint them, right? And then you're going to fill with notes and tiny scrolls of appreciation from each family member. Can you imagine? So every time your mother say, no, I'm grateful, all she has to do is go into that memory jar, pick up and say, you know what? No, them really love me. But, sometimes them just have a funny way of showing it. I love this one. I love the mason jar idea. All right, the scented candle in a teacup. Oh, me can't make candle. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Here's what you're going to do. You see those hurricane candles? Yeah, man, the storm candle them. You can get them and melt them down. Remove the wick. Melt them down. Remove the wick, right? Get some essential oils. Yes, right? Add it to the wax, okay? You're going to get a nice teacup, right? Because teacup says up, it's Victorian, it's feminine, it's what I'm not talking about a mug. I'm talking about a teacup. It's feminine, it's classy, it's elegant, all of the above. Then you're going to add some essential oils like lavender or rose or sandalwood or, any of those, right? You're going to put back the wick in, and then you're just going to let it stay there and dry. Yes. And after it's dried, it is beautiful because you made that. Now, if you want to color it a little, you know what you can do? You can melt a wax crayon, right? And wax on wax, exactly. And then now, after you melt the wax crayon, you put it in the wax mixture. Okay, mix it around so that it's evenly dispersed, right? You're going to, if the wick is like falling to one side or so, you put it right smack dab in the middle. Okay, you take a clothespin, right, that spans the diameter of the teacup. You get where I'm going with this, and then it will stay straight. When everything is dried, you trim that wick, You get a beautiful, either beautiful tissue or a gift bag or something, and you present it to mom with a beautiful card. Yes, because you know what we're doing right now, right? We are burning out everything digital because we're too digital. We are not getting back to the things that we as mothers really want, and that's the personalized touch. Okay, how about the breakfast tray makeover now? You're going to upcycle a basic tray with decoupage or paint. You know what decoupage is? Decoupage is you have magazines at home that you're just not even using anymore. But what you've used those magazines to do is to make your those boards that you make every January. What you call those boards? Jerrine, what you call those boards again? You know the boards that you make every vision board, right? Vision board, exactly. So instead of and you could do a vision board on the thing too, right? But you can do that. You can use magazine pictures. Or you can use pictures of yourself and your mom together to experiences, right? Print out those pictures, right? And then you glue them on. You glue them onto a tray, right? And then you use something called Mod Podge, which will, Mod Podge now will provide what you call it now, like make it waterproof. You understand? And have everything go together. So that is what you call decoupage. Or you can paint it, or you can stencil. You have seen me do the tray made out of a door. You go to a hardware store, they sell these doors. All you have to do is sand them down. Yes, paint them with the BH paint. Put 2 handles on it, like kitchen cupboard handles. You have an instant tray for mom. So can you imagine now? You present her with the tray. You put the picture frame on it as well as the candle. Lord of mercy, you're already gone to the lead. How about the mom's spa basket now? We're not talking about the ones on the road. We're talking about the one them you going to make, right? You're going to decorate a basket and fill it with handmade items, sugar scrubs, bath salts, a decorated towel, and DIY lavender spray. I mean, these things are things that you can make. Epsom salts. You can get some Epsom salts, Yes, you can. And just put the essential oils in there. Sprinkle it in there. Put it in one of those, those tool bags with the drawstring. Presentation up. It is elevated, you're good, right? And the last thing that I have for you now is a decorative hanging sign that says mom. So you're going to create a wood or cardboard sign that says best mom ever, queen of home, or mom's relaxation zone. Then you're going to add ribbon, artificial flowers, or glitter, and it's done right there. So what's the moral of this story right here? Make something for your mother. We don't want more digital gifts. We don't want a digital card. We don't want it. You can do something for your mother this Mother's Day. All right? We'll soon come back.
You were Anthony, I was Cleo. Made the world a place only we know. If it's not love, then tell me what's this feeling you give me. If it's not love, then I'm begging you, baby, to leave me. I should've never let it show.
Design Lab Home Decor Tips and Design Trends was brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints. Don't miss the BH Paints Mania Mega Sale. Save up to 25% off BH Caulk, plus up to 20% off Select Perma Flat and Excel Flat Emulsion White Paints. From now until April 30, deals at a steal at BH stores and participating hardwares. Don't wait until the last minute. Stocks are limited. Get to your nearest store and save up to 25% off only with BH Paints.
Outperform, outlast, with top performance, Jackama, reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-6111-4. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
This Child's Month, the Design Studio is calling all young creatives and proud parents. It's the Kids Room Redo Contest, a 4-week celebration of creativity and color. Whether your child decorated their own space or you created a magical room just for them, we want to see it. Share photos, win prizes, and get featured on our show. Tune in every week this May to the Design Studio with Karen Booker from 1 to 3 p.m. for fun, inspiration, and winners. Enter now by sending your pics via WhatsApp to 876-280-6629. Let's make Child's Month bold, bright, and beautiful.
Everything loud and wicked every Saturday 3 to 5 p.m. with Outside with Pepita. Lone vibes, lone laughs, and lone entertainment. Come on the road with we. Cause when we say Outside with Pepita, we're there all over Jamaica. Anyway, check them out. We're there. We're in on the business. Stay tuned in for prizes, surprises, giveaways, guest artists, and enough more. But hold on there. We forget to big up my DJ. DJ Jerome the Shell Boss, I'm gonna make your bust to pew pew with the maddest, baddest, and latest tune. So look out for Outside with Pepita. We might be coming to a town near you. You heard it here first. Outside with Pepita, Saturdays 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM. The new revolution in media. Jamaica, lock it in and don't miss a thing.
You're in the Design Studio with the Design Diva, Karen Booker.
Stylish friends. Greetings, my stylish friends. Yes, and if you're listening to us on 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9, you are listening to Karen Booker on the Design Studio. And if you are new in the space, welcome. This is, yes, the go-to for all things lifestyle and decor, and of course, mental health. Happy Mother's Day when it comes to all mothers. And just remember that it is Child's Month. Yes, it is. Yes. So we're in our favorite time of the show. It is What Would Karen Do? You know, when you see the glasses change, when you see the pink glasses come on, you know it's serious business. You just know that it's, you don't even have to ask, you don't have to say, what would Karen do? Yes, and also, what would Karen do about these very lacking and lagging numbers with the likes in the show? When I like up the thing, man, so many people are on the live right now. Make that be your Mother's Day gift to me. Yeah, tune in on the live and just click the thumbs up. In case you don't know what the like is, it's the thumbs up. And if you feel so inspired and so led, you can't even, leave a comment. Tell all the mothers out there, Happy Mother's Day. Because we work very, very, very hard. So here's the thing now. Hey, Pepita just walked in. Yes, she did. And if you had just happened to hear her promo, I would listen to Pepita's show just because of that promo. I swear to you, I only hope my own sound half as good. Sisters gotta unite. All right, here we go now. So what would Karen do? Here's the thing now. What would you put in a small space for a mom and child to do crafts or read together? I'll say it again, just in case you didn't hear. What would you put in a small space for a mom and child to do crafts or read together? You know what I love about this question? Because not everybody have a room that is dedicated to, reading or crafting or all these things. Remember, Shaq and I just talked about these unrealistic comparisons, right? So we even talk, it could be a corner, it could be the veranda or patio, it could be just a little space and things, right? A 4x4. What would I put? What would be my requisite items? You need a chair and a half. Right? What a chair and a half is, it is bigger than a regular chair but smaller than a love seat, right? And it is the perfect chair for you and your child to sit and read together. So you can figure, if you have two children, you're in the middle, one on the right, one on the left, and your hand is around them, and one of them holding the book. You know what I'm saying? And you are reading. It is a bonding chair. It is a chair where, you know, the best of experiences and memories are made. That chair there, you know, and it's comfortable. Can I tell you about comfortable? Can I tell you about comfortable? Comfort, and so comfort. We are not, and if you're going to have one made by our expert manufacturers downtown, tell them don't make it tough. You understand? Because you can't, you know, because their thing is, okay, you know, if it is firm, it lasts longer and all these things. No, we're not business about that. We want it very, very soft, right? And like a bear hug. So when we sink in it, and when our children sink in, we just read. And let me tell, and parents, when you are reading, read with expression. That is my first rule. When you are reading, read with expression. Make that moment really memorable. All right. The next thing that I would love for you to do in that space, small space, she said, right? You can if you have the space, a 4x4 table where all of you can sit around and do crafts. Cool? Yeah, a 4x. If you don't have the space, then what you could do is a fold down table, and that table is attached to the wall, and when not in use, it folds down flat and it goes away. It doesn't take up any space. The next thing that I would want for you is one of those, you know, those rolling carts. They're in all of the haberdashers, and you know Haberdashers is my best friend, right? Yeah, yes, we don't gatekeep. We don't gatekeep, honey. Yes, you can go into those haberdasheries, and there are those rolling carts, right? And they're like sometimes 3 or 4 tiers, sometimes 5 tiers, whatever it is, yeah? And you just put all your supplies on that, and then you roll it away. You roll it to you, you roll it away. It is fantastic. Make sure, too, that you in the same area, in that same, the haberdashery and so on, because we're talking about low budget, we're talking about small space, we're talking about things that you can do right now without much planning or anything. It's just something for you to do to make sure that you're bonding with your children, because these foundational years, these are the years that they're going to remember, you know, not when, because after them reach, you know, junior high, well, I'm sorry, like high school here, and then and go forward, you're not even a memory to them. Okay, you then need books too. So what you can do now is put some floating shelves, right? But the floating shelves that I need are the ones with the little lip coming up so the books them don't fall off. You understand what I mean? So you could do the floating shelves, which are more contemporary look. You know, more contemporary, more elevated, and nice, you know. So put those on the wall with a little lip, put some books. The way you put the books now, you know, it's face front. It's not putting so that we see the spine anymore. It is face front, so we actually see the book. We can see the front of the book, and then the child can choose. And make sure that everything is not at your height. It is at the child's height. Now, I'm talking about children from like 6 to 9. You're going to start from there, you know, in that kind of with that height. And if it's babies we're talking about, then you know it's floor level. And sometimes, you know what you have to do? You have to get on their height. You have to get on their level in order to see what they see. You understand? Make sure there's a rug there, you know, so everything. What you need is comfort. You need a bear hug. You need to inspire them. So therefore, yeah, they would want to come into that space, and they know. Now, if it is a corner, then what you can do is to, from the corner 4 feet or 5 feet out, you paint that, and 4 feet. So in the corner on the right, 5 feet out, all the way up, you give it a beautiful color. And on the left, same thing. From the corner, 4 to 5 feet out, you give it a beautiful shade of whatever BH paint that you can get. All right, guys, I hope that helped, and I enjoyed delving into this topic this week. Yes, it's Child's Month, and we're going to have fun. And remember now, these are tips, you know, for all of my young creatives who are going to be entering this contest, because we are going to be looking at these pictures, right? And Jareen, I'm sure, is going to choose, she along with the judges, as to which one is going to win. We need to see you in there, because we don't want no Photoshop pictures. You understand what I'm saying? Because we can't tell. We can't tell. Yeah, make it honest. So keep those pictures coming in. And Mother's Day tomorrow, I'm going to keep saying it. Happy Mother's Day when it comes. Soon come back.
God, when I'm all in my mind, I might be falling deep. Falling deep.
might be falling. I might be falling. I might be falling. I might be falling, yeah.
This Mother's Day, make her smile with something as special as she is. At Fragrance and More, the all-occasion store, we've crafted the perfect gift baskets just for mom. Choose from personalized baskets, goodies baskets, fresh fruit baskets, fruits and goodies combos, beautiful flowers, and so much more. Call or WhatsApp us today at 876-346-6882.
Don't miss the BH Paints Mania Mega Sale. Save up to 25% off BH Caulk, plus up to 20% off Select Permaflat and Excel Flat Emulsion White Paints. From now until April 30, deals at a steal at BH stores and participating hardwares. Don't wait until the last minute. Stocks are limited. Get to your nearest store and save up to 25% off. Only with BH Paints.
Outperform, outlast. We top performance. Chakama. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Pan select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-6111-4. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
This Child's Month, the Dezign Studio is calling all young creatives and proud parents. It's the Kids Room Redo Contest, a 4-week celebration of creativity and color. Whether your child decorated their own space or you created a magical room just for them, we want to see it. Share photos, win prizes, and get featured on our show. Tune in every week this May to the Dezign Studio with Karen Booker from 1 to 3 p.m. for fun, inspiration, and winners. Enter now by sending your pics via WhatsApp to 876-280-6629. Let's make Child's Month bold, bright, and beautiful.
I bust the windows out your car, and no, it didn't mend my broken heart.
Relationships are like sweet strawberries when everything is going well. The heart is full of love and you're under a spell. But what happens when the love is diminished and the relationship is finished? How many stories have you heard about exes doing the absurd after a partner went on their merry way and they're upset to this very day? Do you think instead of making a stink, it is better to be prudent like a good student and learn the lessons of life, even though it cuts like a knife? Join me, Rodney Campbell, every Tuesday from 9 to 10:30 p.m. for Affairs of the Heart, right here on Nationwide 90 FM. This Tuesday's topic, the bitter shake-up that comes after the breakup. You did what?
I bust the windows out your car, and no, it didn't mend my broken heart.
Affairs of the Heart is brought to you by Supermed Pharmacy. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed. The Ministry of Health and Wellness. Healthy people, healthy environment. Viewers, here's to the story.
ICMS Limited. Yes, we can bring in the money.
And Durex, distributed by Massey Distribution Limited, Jamaica.
Big news! The Big Bite Food Safety Show now airs on Nationwide 90 FM with your host, Alison Richards, the Food Safety Girl. Join Alison every Tuesday from 1 to 2 p.m. as she serves up expert advice, tips, and insights on everything food safety. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and remember, food safety is everybody's business. Don't miss a bite of the action. Tuesdays at 1 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
On the next episode, we're cracking open the truth about coconut water safety.
Everything loud and wicked every Saturday 3 to 5 p.m. with Outside with Pepita. Loan vibes, loan laughs, and loan entertainment. Come on the road with me. Cause when we say Outside with Pepita, we're there all over Jamaica. Anyway, check them out. We're there. We're in on the business. Stay tuned in for prizes, surprises, giveaways, guest artists, and enough more. But hold on there. We forget to big up my DJ. DJ Jerome, the shell boss, I'm gonna make you bust to pew pew with the maddest, baddest, and latest tune. So look out for Outside with Pepita. We might be coming to a town near you. You heard it here first. Outside with Pepita, Saturdays 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM. The new revolution in media. Jamaica, lock it in and don't miss a thing.
Don't miss the BH Paints Mega Mania Sale. Massive savings with BH Caulk. Now 4 for $2,400. Select flat white paints as low as $2,500 a gallon while stocks last. From now to April 30, get up to 25% off at BH stores and participating hardware stores island-wide. The time by BH Paints is
2 p.m.
You're in the Dezign Studio with the Design Diva, Karen Booker.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water.
Interior design is brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
Make me water. Normally, I could keep my cool, but tonight I'm whining. I'ma be in a dangerous mood. Can you match my timing?
So welcome back to the Design Studio where creativity meets personality. So I am your girl, Karen Booker, your design diva, here to transform spaces and spark inspiration. So let's talk all things bold and beautiful and uniquely you. So welcome to everybody who's riding around in 90.3, 90.5, 90.7 and 90.9. And if you are on our YouTube channel streaming live, welcome to you. And if you have not gotten there yet, I'm just going to tell you how to do it and where to go. You go to the Google Play Store, you download the app Nationwide 90 FM Live 2, and that's it. And what you get for that, you are able, yes, to share with me and to co-host the show and to meet everybody in the chat room, and big ups to everybody there as well. So we're now in interior designs, and here's what we're going to do. You know, it's Mother's Day tomorrow, right? Unless you are under a rock sleeping or in some remote part of the world and, you know, Mother's Day means nothing. You know that it is Mother's Day tomorrow, and the streets are abuzz right now, and holy excitement. It's coming like Christmas outside, you know, with all of the wares and the goods. It's colorful, it's pretty, it's festive, it's excitement book. You understand? So here's the thing now. So we want to create a space that honors mom on Mother's Day, just like how we were creating a space that honors our children just now in what we can do. We are now trying to create a little space. And remember, you know, everything on Design Studio is not necessarily grandiose and big and whatnot. It is affordable, it is quick, and it is easy, and it always is budget conscious, because you know your girl cheap. Yeah, man. If me can pay $2 for something where everybody else paying $20 for, I am at the front of that line. So here is the thing now. Here is how you're going to transform a room or a corner. If you have the room, kudos to you. Gravy. If you only have a corner to spare or something, yes, your mother will appreciate it. All right, here we go. The first thing that you have to do, of course, is to set the mood. You have to, and how you set the mood? Yeah, you guessed it. You certainly guessed it. Go to the front of the class, color, right? So you got to do your color palette, right? You're going to use feminine tones like blush, pink, lavender, gold, and creamy neutrals. But now you're using a gray. Gray is not feminine. Gray is a tone. We don't want to see no gray. We want to see feminine. We need to let us walk back to ourselves as women. Let us get some of that feminine energy back. You know, I'm telling you, your husbands, your boyfriends, your baby fathers, the men in your life will appreciate it, because yeah, sometimes we're just too odd. Sometimes we just come in like months. Sometimes, you know what I mean? All right, so how do you do that? No, you bring in some flowers. This is after you've set the palette. You bring in some flowers, you know, and even if it is like the lifetime blooms, yes, the faux ones, I'm not even going to say the other F word, right? You put them in vases. Yeah, man, and you can get like the garlands. You can go to these craft stores. The same. Harbourdash with the hip. Them have some inside. Well, that is my go-to. It is a secret. You know the ones like the trailing vines, and I put them on the walls, and it just gives instant biophilic design. And you can't tell me some is little and nothing me pay for it. You understand what I mean? And it instantly elevates the space. All right, how about candles and the lighting? I've already told you how to make a candle. I've already told you. You go, you get the same like a hurricane candle. Them when storm come in, you go buy the pack, the spotlight candle. Yes, you put them in a small saucepan. Yes, and you can wash out the saucepan. Lord have mercy, don't come for me, right? And you get a little container. You get some essential oils. That's it. You've made a candle. You've made a candle. You have made a candle. And you know, say you have some holy wax crayon about the place where your children, throw away and whatnot. Yes, you can recycle that, melt that down, and that will be the color. You understand? So soft lighting with scented candles or fairy lights adds a warm and peaceful glow. Fairy lights. You know fairy lights. If you don't know what fairy lights, go Google it. Right? Personalized touches now. Okay? If it is like a little corner that you have a wall or a table, you're going to curate a mini gallery of family photos and framed quotes or mom moments. Can you hear that, right? Mom moments. You see, I'm telling you all this busy. Yes, we're going to stay busy, and we're coming out of the digital era. We're doing personalized things, digital. Let me tell you something. If it's digital for me, if I can do something in 5 minutes and give it to you in 5 minutes, can you just imagine? No, I want you actually make something. All right. So, or the custom signage now, you're going to use a chalkboard or acrylic sign or printable message, printable, you know those printables, right? With messages like, we love you, mom, or queen of our hearts. Those are the mama moments. She will love that. She will. Okay. So comfort is key. I see this out there. Shout out to all the vendors on the road. What I am seeing today a lot are pillows, and not just pillows, and accent pillows I'm talking about, not sleeping pillow. And I prefer to call them pillow than cushion. That's just me. That's just a Karen thing, right? So you're going to layer your accent pillows with cozy throws or even a luxe robe in her favorite chair. So can you imagine now? You decorate the little corner. You have your chair in there. And then you have your candle on the table. And then a nice robe. And on top of the robe now is a pillow that says Happy Mother's Day. Holy put them out the road. I've seen them. Right? Or creating a reading nook, because we're all about the reading. Mom's lounge with her favorite books and snacks. Yes! Can you see? Okay, a DIY gifts display area. Yeah. Arrange handmade cards, crafts, or framed artwork from the kids on a tray or side table. Yeah, man. And then, of course, you're going to serve her in style. You're going to set up a mini tea or brunch station with elegant plates, tiered stands. You know the tiered stands. When you go to these tea parties, one of these days I'm going to do a tea party. Pepita going to come. And, and we are going to do tea, and we're going to wear gloves, and we're going to have our own Jamaica-town moment, like Bridgerton. We're going to have Jamaica-town moment, and we're going to serve tea, and we're going to dress up, and we're going to look great, and we're going to wear hats, and we're going to have these tiered the tiered stands with all kinds of things that we should not eat. And I'm just so happy to eat them, like the muffins and the little mini cupcakes and the mini pastries and so on. They're pretty and they're nice, and yes, man, I'm happy to eat them, but but it's one day, so you can. And a menu just for her. So these are the things that you can do, yes, because it's all about Mother's Day. No, for the pundits out there and the skeptics I'm talking about, me not celebrate a Mother's Day because every day is Mother's Day. All right, I do understand that, but I hope that is not the excuse that you are using why you are not going to be buying a gift, because all mothers need to be appreciated, even the mothers that you don't quite agree with sometimes, or you have some beef with, or whatever the case is. Yeah, it in the good book. Honor your mother and your father so that you will, see the kingdom. Yeah. Yeah. It really, really is. So, that being said, today, let me tell you, today is like everybody in school. You have gotten so much tea today, so much things that you can go home now and say, okay, I bought this, but I'm going to make this. And I'm going to put these two things together. And then, yes. And then because you know what? The class teacher will be very, very proud, which is me. So let me know how you did. Of course. Yes. Soon come back. Taking a little break.
Can you blow my mind? Set off my whole body.
Interior design was brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
Don't miss the BH Paints Mania Mega Sale. Save up to 25% off BH Caulk, plus up to 20% off Select Perma Flat and Excel Flat Emulsion White Paints. From now until April 30, deals at a steal at BH stores and participating hardwares. Don't wait until the last minute. Stocks are limited. Get to your nearest store and save up to 25% off. Only with BH Paints.
Need to make a change to your title or need a title? Geoland Title Limited. They do lost title application, add and remove names from titles, wills, estates. First-time registration land surveys also included. Affordable rates and flexible payment options. NLA adjudication and land titling waivers also available. They have 8 locations island-wide. Call 876-754-6436 or visit their website at geolandonline.com. Geoland Title Limited. Secure your land, secure your title.
Are you ready for something mega?
Spend $6,500 or more before GCT, drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels Tour promotion, April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, True Milk, Race, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst. Choose concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart, best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act.
Sabi girl no dey too like talk. Animals dey in human form. Body man nobody like walk, but you must hustle if you want job. You no finish they won't fight us. If them they run them no fit catch up. I know they form say I too righteous. No con they form say you too like us.
So let me just tell you. We toured the French ambassador's residence, and this is where elegance, diplomacy, and timeless French style come all together. I cannot wait for you to see this. Yes, you're sitting back, you're grabbing your chips, you're having your tea, you're good, you're sure, you're good. Like up the live. You understand that is a little, the thumbs up, okay? I'm stalling so that you can do all of that. You're going to sit down now and you're going to watch. All right? You ready? All right, we're ready. Okay, there we go.
You never thought you dey from papas. Which kind of money we never see before. Cause hello me, come me feeling like
Bonjour mes amis, comment allez-vous? Très bien, merci. Et vous? Merci. I have done my French lessons. You know why? Because this week's home tour has us in France, honeys. Yes, we are in France. So for all intents and purposes, this is Karen in Gay Paris. Yes, yes. So we are here at the French ambassador's residence. He's waiting for us and we're going to tour this epic home. So follow me because it's going to be très magnifique.
Bonjour Karen.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bienvenue
Bonjour.
à l'ambassade. Welcome at the French Embassy.
Merci.
Bonjour. How are you? In my
You saw
hometown,
that? You saw that?
in my hometown, it's 3.
It's 3.
3.
1, 2.
1, 2, 3.
Because you see, I kind of hesitated as a third one because I was used to 1, 2.
Yes.
Because I'm here thinking that I'm cultured, but no.
No, you're
In France, it's 3. I am joined by the French ambassador himself, Olivier Guillaume. and you're going to take us on a tour.
Right, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you following me?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Yes, I am.
Let's go, guys.
Let's go. I will follow you. In Jamaica, we say follow back a you.
Okay, follow back
a you.
Follow back on me.
Oh, there you go. Follow back a you.
First, here we have the flags.
The flags,
the
yes.
French and the EU flag and the Jamaican flag.
Exactly. Right.
Do you know what is the specificity with the Jamaican flag?
Please tell me.
It's the only flag in the world where there is no blue, white, or red.
You're kidding me.
No,
You say how we're special?
So here we are in the gallery.
Yes, this is the gallery.
And this is my temporary office.
Why is this your temporary office?
In the afternoon, I like to come with my laptop here and work in front of the garden.
And you know what we say in Jamaica? You catch a vibe.
Yes, it gives me inspiration.
It gives you inspiration.
Yeah,
this is lovely. I love this. This is so great.
Good vibes of Jamaica. And I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life.
Oh my God, you're my new best friend.
And so this is what we call modern tropical architecture.
Modern tropical, okay. Okay.
Because before, 20 years ago, there was an old house here, but it burned.
Again.
Again.
Houses tend to do that back in the day. All right.
So the ministry decided to rebuild an house to be a residence. So that's the reason why we have this kind of modern architecture,
yes,
white architecture,
yes,
to be neat,
yes,
and clear. It looks like a little bit like Le Corbusier,
yes,
style architecture. And I will show you after with a big salon and a big dining room to be able to host guests.
Yes, because you do a lot of receptions here, being the ambassador of France. Okay, all right, cool. Okay, you know what I really love? The fact that the breeze can come in through, and I'm sure that was deliberate in the planning.
Yes, and the same thing on the other side, so that the breeze can go through the embassy and naturally cool the atmosphere.
Yes, it's lovely because you know it's hot here, right? So this is what you'd call the gallery.
The gallery.
Right, and it has adequate seating for anybody who comes can just sit out here and catch a vibe in your expansive and wonderful lawns. Yes. Okay. All right. So where's next?
Come with me.
So we are in the foyer, the patio.
Patio. I call that the patio.
Patio. Okay. What happens here?
It opens receptions, meetings, little reception for up to 30 people.
Okay.
And the nice place is that it's open.
Right.
So we can be inside, we have those fans, and it's open in the garden.
And it's open
so that people can move in and out.
Okay.
Within the house and in the garden. You know what I do every morning when I come here and enjoy the morning.
Yes.
And when it's the season, having a mango over there.
What kind of mango tree is that?
From the mango tree. There are black mangoes and there are another kind of mango, but I don't know what they're called.
Okay.
And that's the best place to enjoy the garden.
To enjoy the garden. Yeah. Jamaica is indeed a wonderful place. It's very healing.
Jamaica is a big garden.
Yes, yes. Okay.
So I'm going to take you in the Grand Salon.
The Grand Salon.
Grand Salon, the grand living room.
Okay, the Grand Salon. I'm up on my French. I'm up on it. Okay. Follow us. Okay, so the Grand Salon.
So we're in the Grand Salon.
Yes. Talk to me about the Grand Salon.
So here in the Grand Salon, we have two sets of sofa.
Yes.
And a kind of eclectic decoration.
These two seating areas are for just different conversations. So you can have a conversation here, conversation there. You can really, have a great time in the room and nobody is really bothering anybody.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So before receptions or before we have a dinner, we come here to have some, what we call in French, aperitif.
Aperitif.
So that
I know that word.
We can drink a little bit of champagne or things like that, have a little chit-chat talk, and after, when everything is ready, we go to the dinner.
I love it! Okay, so about how many people can this room hold?
This room can hold sitting people, we can have 20 people sitting, but...
Comfortably?
Yes, comfortably. We are going to change everything.
Oh.
Because those furniture date from the house. They have more than 20 years old. So they are not in very good condition anymore. So before the end of the year, I hope that I will be able to invite you again to see the very new furniture which are going to be sent from Paris.
You hear that, guys? We have an open invitation to come back in December and view the new and improved and the transformed Grand Salon. Yes. Okay, so I see artwork. You want to tell me about the art? I love the artwork.
Right.
See this one over here.
So this piece of art actually belongs to the French National Art Collection.
Yes.
There is a French National Art Collection which sends art in every embassy in the world. So this doesn't belong to me. It does belong to the embassy. It has been put there and I cannot move it.
Not even to dust it?
Not even to dust it. So this is very valuable.
Okay, all right, you hear that, guys? They have art that's like really for the embassy or the ambassador. It's sweet.
You know, because art for France is very important. Art and culture for France has always been very important. So we want to showcase in the embassy pieces of French art.
Okay, so Ambassador Olivier, I see this, I saw it as I came in and I'm thinking this piece of art has a story to tell.
This piece of art comes from Australia.
Australia.
I bought it when I was in Singapore and it's Aboriginal art. And it's a story, it's a whole story which takes place in the desert.
Yes.
And in Australia, on those people, they used to talk while painting, and usually it's the old ladies in the community who are painting and telling the story to the kids.
Yes.
So it's a way of transmission of traditional knowledge.
There you go.
From the older generation to the younger generation.
Right.
And they paint at the same time. So the guy who sold it to me explained me that, for instance, this represents spring. Water spring, because in the desert in Australia it's very important to find water.
Okay, so they had a lot. So these are springs.
These are springs. These are traces of animals. The footprints. Footprints of big birds. You know, they have in
Yeah. Okay.
And these are people. People who are sitting on the ground.
On the ground.
You know?
So what's in front?
The legs, and here is the.
They're probably eating something.
The head of the people.
Oh, that's the head.
Yes, that's the head of the people. And the guy who sold me this painting, he talked to me 30 minutes.
I'm sure.
About the whole story.
Because you have to now tell, like me, the story.
Yes, and he told me that the 30 minutes I told you is only 5% of the whole story. Because it takes weeks to pen that, because it's 1 point by 1 point.
It's dots.
And the old lady will tell the whole story during days and days and days to the kids in the village.
So I'm noticing this, and this is like, tell me about this, please. I don't even wanna.
So this one is an old piece of wood which I found on the beach here, on the road to go to the airport.
Really? We call that Palisados. I hiked there last week.
On
Yes,
the
I did.
road, so I cleaned it, I painted it, and those are also stones. I found on the beach, and this one is a little bit. Is a crustacea.
Yes.
To me it represents also, it's going to represent part of Jamaica.
Art.
It's going to represent part of Jamaica, because when I leave Jamaica,
you're gonna take it with you.
Me,
of
and it
course.
will be with me all the time after.
Wow. Okay. So this table is huge.
Here we are in the big dining room. We can sit easily 12 people. We can go up to 14. Sometimes 15, but 14 would be the maximum. To have it comfortable.
Okay. So
and we try to avoid 13.
13. Why? Bad luck?
Yes.
I love the fact that the table is a great oval.
Yes.
It's feminine.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it just denotes a curve, so that's wonderful. So I notice you have these pieces of furniture that are, placed very well. It has artwork on it and so on. What are they for?
They are cabinets.
They're cabinets?
Yes.
And they store what?
They store cutleries and glasses.
Oh, so they're like servers, like what we would call in our own dining space, like servers, and they're so well camouflaged. They just look like pieces, like pedestals that would house pieces of art. So it's great. I'm absolutely loving this. Okay, so I noticed that you have a table setting back here.
Yes, I will show you the table setting, the typical table setting. Here we have 3 sets of plates and 3 sets of cutlery.
3 and 3, you got it, right?
3 and 3.
Fine.
So the smaller one would be for the entree.
The entree. What's it?
Salad or something which is cold.
Cold salad.
Like salad, something light to start the starter.
The starter.
In French we call it entrée, but in
here, entrée is the main course.
No, it's not the main course in French.
Oh, but
Entrée is a starter. It will be a starter. And entrée is a French name.
Yeah.
You know what it means, entrée?
It already means like to begin, the first thing.
Entrée, it means to come in.
To come in.
To come in. So entrée, it's when you start. The starter in English. So that would be the small plate. The small plate, and then you use the small knife and small fork.
Okay, so let me tell you something, guys. This is a secret. When in doubt, you pat on the person who's next to you or somebody who looks very confident. Hopefully, that confident person knows what they're doing, or you start from the outside in, right? Yes. Okay, continue, sir.
Secondly, it would be for the main course.
The main course.
It would be for the main course. But the main course can be meat or fish.
Meat or fish. Meat or fish, main course. Okay.
What would be this knife for?
I know that, to butter the bread.
For butter the bread, it will be much smaller.
No? Okay, how many chances I get? One more? To fillet the fish.
Yes, that's for the fish. That's what we call the fish knife.
I feel
good. It's very special. And you have also a fork.
And you have the fork. Okay. I should have known that, because if it was for the bread, it would have been up here.
Yes. For the bread, this one. This little plate is for the bread.
This little plate is for the bread. Yes. Okay. Yes. All right.
Here you have we call the serviette.
Really? You don't put it here?
To eat cleanly.
You don't put it on your lap? You can do that too?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, you French? No.
I'm joking. And this one is for the
Ambassador Gianva has lots of sense of humor. Loves to make me look silly. All right, go ahead.
So the big plate for the main course.
Okay.
Of course.
So what's the main course now? Because we just had our fish.
We had a fish, and in big, if you want to have a big French meal, it would be one starter, a fish, a meat, and a dessert.
Oh, okay. So what about
It could be a very, very big meal. It could be like
So it comes in courses.
Yes, in courses. It comes in courses.
Okay.
And when you eat, when you have finished, or when you have not finished, when you are making a pause.
You're making a pause. Okay.
You can make a pause.
Okay.
And there will be a waiter.
Okay.
So how do you tell the waiter that you are making a pause, or you have finished and you can take off your plate?
No.
Yes.
Mommy, I'm doing you proud.
That's right. You go. Now there will be a little bit of a quiz.
Oh God.
You see that plate? What is that plate for?
Salad.
No.
But I was so confident. What is that for?
It's a plate. Look the shape of this plate. It's a plate to eat a piece of moon. It's
moon pie.
It's a very special dish that you only have in the French embassy in Kingston.
Really? What?
But look, it looks like the moon.
Croissant.
Yes, you take a little croissant of moon.
Oh, it's a croissant plate.
No, you are right. It's a plate for salad.
For salad.
And
you see that?
And you put it like that. Like I'm kind of additional
and I'm
plate.
like, in my head, I'm like, oh my, but I knew it's for salad, but what? How come now it's a croissant? And I'm going with it now. I'm like, okay, all right. Okay, but I love this. You see that? Look at this. Look at that.
The shape is very nice.
That's only in France? Only in France?
I think it's only in France.
Okay, so what's this emblem now? Is this your plates? Like it's for you?
This is
what's that?
It is R and a F, which means French Republic. So those plates are the official plates in every French embassy in the world. We all have the same plates.
So in every French embassy, there are plates that are specifically made for the embassy.
Yes, with RF, which is a symbol of the French Republic of France.
Okay, so I see you, well, I have a berry on and you have a berry, but you have a story about this berry that I want to hear. What's up?
Yes, actually I feel very very how to say honor that you come with a beret.
Of course, I have to honor you.
Yes. And you know that the beret is a typical hat for the French.
So it's easily identifiable.
This beret is a typical French beret, but it has a story. In 2016, I was in Jamaica as a missioner, and I've got this beret here as a present for the Bastille Day. And since that time, I always kept it. At that time, I was assistant director for the Law of the Sea.
Yes.
I used to travel to the very north. I went to Australia, so this beret went to Norway. This beret went to Australia. This beret went to New York at the United Nations because I used to go to meetings over there. And I was known as the only French diplomat to enter the building of the United Nations with my beret. After that, I was in China, so this beret traveled everywhere in China. So this beret traveled thousands and thousands of kilometers.
Wow!
But I never knew when I got this beret in 2016 here that it would come back here.
It would come back here full circle. Travel the world.
Travel the world and come back here.
And come right back here.
I know I'm going to show you how to wear a beret.
Please do. And you sure I'm doing a good job?
It's very fine. So there are basically two styles to wear the beret.
Okay.
First one will be like this.
All right.
Which is a little bit like military guy, you know?
Yeah.
But in France, some people use to wear the beret like that. Or you can wear it also like that. Like a little roof.
Like the little roof.
On your head. So this is more male.
Yeah.
Male would wear the beret like that. And ladies would wear the beret like you do.
Yeah, because do you know this really cliche, what's her name? In Emily in Paris?
Yes, Emily in
Paris. Yeah. I live for that. So I'm having my moment. Yes, I am. You know, but this is good because I know it's cliche when you watch the movies and you see you have to see the beret and it's got to be red.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But it's getting a little bit out of fashion now in France, especially for men.
It'll come back. Fashion is cyclical.
It could come back.
It could. It might just. So, Ambassador Olivier Guillaume, we thank you. And this home tour was epic. I believe I enjoyed this so much. It was a history lesson. We learned about fine dining. We learned about the history, we learned about art, we learned, and I have a really great pronunciation lesson and French lessons. I'm telling you, if I were here for like 3 weeks, I would be fluent.
Sure.
So thank you so much for hosting us, and it was a grand time.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much for your visit. It has been really a great pleasure and to share with you and all the auditors and all our Jamaican friends who we are.
Yes.
And welcome next time.
Thank you very much. And remember, we have an invitation. We're coming back in December to see the transformed space because home tours is what we do. So,
thank you. Bye-bye. And we say au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour. Okay, did you guys love that? I absolutely loved it. If you missed the French Embassy's home tour, please, may I beg you, go over to the Nationwide 90 FM Live 2, subscribe. Yes, of course, you got to download, subscribe, and then, you get to see it. Of course, and click that notification button so therefore you can always be on when the Dezign Studio comes. I loved doing that home tour. I dressed the part. As you can see, I love French. I love Paris. I really think, maybe 2 lifetimes ago, I was there. All right, we'll still come back. And then, all right, so here's the thing now. You have a little bit of time to grab some tea or grab some coffee or grab some water. You know what I'm saying? Because Dr. Patrice Charles King is coming. She is here and she's going to be talking right with me about mothers and finding our place in life and mental health and not to get overwhelmed. And so it is a not to be missed interview. I need you back here in like 2 minutes. I need you paying attention and I need you to be taking notes. All right? Okay, soon come back.
Corian Solid Surface, so versatile and beautiful. It's non-porous, no sealing necessary, renewable and repairable, so easy to clean and maintain, and can be thermoformed into any shape. Choose Corian, the #1 solid surface in the world, when you want beauty and the best for your countertop. Visit Home International Limited, located at 104 Constance Ring Road. Telephone 755-1970
or 276-6448.
Don't miss the BH Paints Mania Mega Sale. Save up to 25% off BH Caulk, plus up to 20% off Select Permaflat and Excel Flat Emulsion White Paints. From now until April 30, deals at a steal at BH stores and participating hardwares. Don't wait until the last minute. Stocks are limited. Get to your nearest store and save up to 25% off. Only with BH Paints.
Share in the experience at Fontana Pharmacy. We have a wide variety of items in store just for you. Fill your prescriptions while you shop. And senior citizens enjoy 10% off. Shop household, cosmetics, toys, and many other departments. We also offer curbside pickup and delivery. Visit our website at fontanapharmacy.com. Fontana Pharmacy, where it's all good inside.
For over 30 years, Chris and Charles has been financing your goals, dreams, creating your great moments. Celebrate the occasion with us. Borrow $1 million, pay less than $25,000 monthly, and get 30% off your processing fees. No guarantor needed. Call 876-920-4189 or WhatsApp 876-838-9028. Conditions apply. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles.
Open an account with the Insurance Employees Cooperative Credit Union today and enjoy attractive savings products and affordable loans with low rates and minimal fees. Membership is open to employees and clients of insurance companies, building societies, and financial service entities. Visit ieccu.com or call 876-906-5362-4 in Kingston or 876-979-6516 in Montego Bay. The Insurance Employees Cooperative Credit Union, a union of possibilities.
Don't miss the BH Paints Mania Mega Sale. Save up to 25% off BH Caulk, plus up to 20% off Select Permaflat and Excel Flat Emulsion White Paints. From now until April 30, deals at a steal at BH stores and participating hardwares. Don't wait until the last minute. Stocks are limited. Get to your nearest store and save up to 25% off. Only with BH Paints.
This Mother's Day, make her smile with something as special as she is. At Fragrance and More, the all-occasion store, we've crafted the perfect gift baskets just for mom. Choose from personalized baskets, goodies baskets, fresh fruit baskets, fruits and goodies combos, beautiful flowers, and so much more. Call or WhatsApp us today at 876-346-6882.
Big news! The Big Bite Food Safety Show now airs on Nationwide 90 FM with your host, Alison Richards, the Food Safety Girl. Join Alison every Tuesday from 1 to 2 p.m. as she serves up expert advice, tips, and insights on everything food safety. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and remember, food safety is everybody's business. Don't miss a bite of the action. Tuesdays at 1 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
On the next episode, we're cracking open the truth about coconut water safety.
The Nationwide 90 FM Schoolyard Tour 2025 is taking the vibes island-wide, straight to your schoolyard. Stay tuned to the E-Zone and find out which school they're going to visit next. It's all about empowering minds and igniting the fun. Expect live entertainment, games, and big surprises as we bring the Nationwide 90 FM energy to every stop. And you know we must stream it live on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. It's the Schoolyard Tour. Catch the live stream on Nationwide's YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. Keep your station locked to Nationwide 90 FM for more details. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. The Schoolyard Tour is brought to you by the Students' Loan Bureau, KFC, Tip Friendly Society, National Council on Drug Abuse, and ATL Automotive.
But is this real? Hey, Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suene.
Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
All right. So you know that this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. I know at least I have been waiting for. And let me tell you, Thrive 360, it does not disappoint. Every week we have these really wonderful guests. So this week we have a friend to the show. She is a returning guest, yes, and every time we ask her to come, she graces us with her presence, with her favor, and we love her. So Dr. Patrice Charles King, yes, is a distinguished counseling psychologist and the founder of the Phoenix Counseling Center in Kingston, Jamaica. So she has a very deep commitment to mental health and emotional well-being. Of course she does. And she has dedicated her career to providing compassionate support and guidance to individuals and families. So we're just join me, please, in welcoming Dr. Patrice Charles King. Well, hello, Patrice, you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Let me just tell you, thank you so very much. I know it's Saturday and I know it's crazy outside. I know.
It's crazy out here.
Yeah, and
hot.
And hot. What, girl? Can I just tell you? Lord have mercy. But anyway, thank you so very much for joining us today. So we're going to be talking about, of course, the motherhood and identity. Because some of us, when we have children, we just completely forget about us. And we just go 150% right in to our children. And then when our children go up and gone and go, we don't know who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherhood, just like parenting, it's that number one most important job in the world, and you can't go to school for it.
Yes.
You watch and you model and you hope and pray. A lot of hoping and praying. But,
yeah.
I think most mothers, if not all mothers out there, want the best for their children.
Yes.
And again, no one says, okay, you can't determine the type of mom you're going to be because you don't know the type of child that you're going to have, and you don't know what the circumstances that are going to take place for, when that child is growing up. Not all the time. We're not going to be able to predict it all the time. But what we want to do is we want to be the best. And when that mommy mode kicks in and that protective mode kicks in, you have to kind of hold yourself back so that you don't become that helicopter mom. Because you want your kids to get in that independent confidence that they're going to need to grow up.
Yeah, of course. So why is it you feel in your expertise, because God knows you're an expert in this field, why do some mothers feel like they've lost themselves after having children? How does having children change their identity? How do they get, caught up in that?
It's from a biological aspect. It changes their identity, just physically, physiologically, hormonal-wise. And so you already, the moment that you find out that you're pregnant, things change for you. And I think the hormonal changes also contributes to this, what we call mommy mode. You're automatically in that mode of protection. You're protecting this baby that you've never met, just this feeling that you have, almost like an overwhelming feeling to nurture someone and for them to grow and for you to just guide and protect them.
Right.
And sometimes, as mommies, and I have 3 boys, girls, but I have 3 boys, and you just you fall into your children sometimes, that protective mode. You want to create structure, you want to nurture, you want to recognize them for who they are, and you want to, just create that child that can survive out there in the world, especially if you're one of those mothers that have had traumatic experiences. If you grew up and you grew up in some form of poverty, you want better for your child. I think all parents, mothers or fathers, but mothers, we want better for our kids. And sometimes in wanting better, we give so much of ourselves to create the situation or the circumstances that we believe will create better for our kids. And we don't rest. We don't take a break. We don't listen to our bodies. We just continue to do and do and do and sacrifice without expecting anything back other than success for our kids. And at the end of the day, based on the frequency and severity of that sacrifice, sometimes mommies can just fall out.
Right.
I would just forget what we used to look like, forget what we used to do to make ourselves happy.
Great.
To make ourselves,
Yes.
feel healthy.
And
So
great segue to my next point, where I'm going to say, after we get so, 360, we're immersed in these little beings, in these little rugrats, and we love them, and they become the center of our universe. But there's a guilt that comes with it sometimes, like, I miss going to the club. I miss hanging out with my girlfriends and having tea. I miss just going to the beach and having fun. There's sometimes that guilt. What advice would you give to moms who feel guilty about wanting some space or me time? Just tell them it's okay.
Listen, sometimes kids can be so difficult. Like, I've had moms that look at me and say, listen, I don't like them. I don't like her. Especially the moms of the teenagers, like, I don't like him.
I know.
It's okay.
I can relate.
I keep telling them, listen, it is okay. That is quite fine. You can express yourself, and I don't want you to be emotionally abusive to your child. But sometimes you have to say, you know what, I need a mommy break. I remember when my kids were in prep school, and I used to say to them, listen, if I begin to feel overwhelmed, it means I'm the only one doing something in here, and you guys not doing your job. So I need help. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Right. Creating a routine as a mom, in your home helps with the pressures of motherhood. Routine. When everyone becomes involved in whatever it is that they need to do in the home.
So you're saying create a routine. That's creating a system now. So how can our partners and our families support us, in keeping our identities? So we're not
Everyone needs to be involved in that routine.
There you go.
Everyone needs to be involved in the routine. Everyone needs to play their part in creating structure within the home. And don't be afraid to give your kids chores. Oh, my goodness. That's a big part of helping them to become empowered in whatever it is that they need to do.
Right.
So give your kids chores.
Yes.
And be able to hold them accountable for whatever it is that they're doing or not doing. That's also very important because that helps with responsibilities and accountability.
And accountability for them, because we're not growing our children to keep to ourselves, We're growing them for them to go out there. So the more you give them to do is the more responsible and accountable that they will be when they are out there. You know what I mean? So how is it important then for our children to see us as more than a mom, because sometimes the more, and I'm ungrateful sometimes, sometimes you can give up a career to just say, all right, I'm going to raise you for the first 5 years of your life, say, all right, and they look at you and say sometimes, but you're just a mom.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
After all
but
of
you're
that,
just a mom.
And your kids will just look at you and say, oh, you're just a mom.
You're just a mom.
No. That can become so hurtful.
Yeah.
Also, that can be so hurtful. But I think that's why there has to be some kind of
All right, we're going to take a little break. I think we just lost a little signal, and then we're coming back in 1 minute flat. Guys, just hang on.
Confidence starts early and grows with every experience. From overcoming life's challenges to enjoying new experiences, conquering your career goals, or finding your inner strength, have confidence in all you do. Confidence sanitary napkins are flexible, breathable, and super absorbent, keeping you fresh and confident throughout the day.
Confidence is you.
We've got this. Distributed by Caramid Group, Kirk FP Division.
Who shops at Creative Building Finishes? You, the homeowner who creates luxurious spaces with our floor and wall tiles. The contractor and builder who are convinced that our ceramic tiles are right for the job. The architect and designer who make dreams come true with our wood look and porcelain tiles. Superior customer service, knowledgeable staff, inviting showroom, and you get where this is going, right? Shop 5 Red Hills Road or call 876-929-5553. Get tiles, get Creative Building Finishes.
All right, so we are back, fabulous people, and we're having this riveting conversation, but none other than the beautiful. I haven't seen her in a while, and let me just tell you something. The woman walked into the room, and I'm like, wow. Goals. goals. So she's here, and we're going to continue the conversation. And the last point we were on is the ungrateful children who just look at us like they're over us, no matter what it is that you're just a mom.
Got those teenagers who think that they know everything. You know what I always say to moms? Step back a little bit. Just step back a little bit. Trust what it is that you have poured into your children and allow them to learn. Because sometimes they have to learn on their own.
Of course they do.
Sometimes there are some children that just insist that they know it all. And I know it is sometimes painful to see them go down the wrong road. And I'm not saying let them go down the wrong road, But sometimes you have to step back a little bit for your own sanity, for your own sake, your own peace of mind. Let me step back a little bit. I absolutely will not accept disrespect, especially from a child. It's just
okay.
And for my kids, like I will say, so my children are not disrespectful children. Thank God. When I say not bored,
you should knock yourself. You raised that.
But I always say to parents, like my children know that my love for them is unconditional.
Of course.
But I will not tolerate disrespect. So my unconditional love will love you from afar. But I will not stay in the same space and be disrespected and abused. And there are some parents, some mothers that have been abused by their children. Emotional abuse, in spite of everything that they've poured in there, it's just never enough for that child. And sometimes I say, it doesn't matter. It's okay. You can step back to save yourself, because if you continue to be traumatized or abused by your child or by anyone, then you're knocking yourself down. You're allowing someone to knock you down. There's nothing more that you can do when somebody has made up their mind to do something outside of what you want them to do, whether that's a child or not. So I would say, step back a little bit.
It brings another point that when you go back to like the formative years of children, right? When, the child is 1, the child is 2, and they're doing things that are really, when you were raised, you could not even get away with even a quarter of what they
So why don't get away
but
with
you
it?
laugh now, you said they're cute.
No,
you
and
understand?
that's the problem.
Exactly. So now that child has now grown and is now disrespecting you because you have created this monster. So can you give us some parameters? When the child is growing up, they're not your friend. They're not your friend yet. You are a parent first. friend later, but and how to be this parent so that you are not going to be disrespected on the back end.
You know, can I tell you, you're always a parent first. And I mean, even at my age, you know, my parents are still here, thank you, Lord.
Thank God.
But I still see my mother as my mother first, and then my friend afterwards. So even certain things I would never say.
You can't. You
mother,
feel
you know,
cute.
even at this age.
And even if somebody says it in front of her, you're like, oh, wait a second. You feel
hesitate
weird.
to say it. You know, I think about, is it okay to say this? And then I remember, oh yeah, remember that you are just 53 and you have your own family, but still that level of respect. But growing up during those ages where children are so impressionable, you have to be very mindful of the principles and values that you infuse in your children. And it is not okay to laugh at something and post it on social media and then try to get a child to not do it to you. You know, so it's confusing. You're very confusing.
How do you pull
so
back?
You laugh when they're disrespectful or to their teacher, but if they say the same thing to you, then you beat them or you punish them. Or they see you doing something. They see you behaving in a certain way. And then when they do it, they're beaten or they're punished. It's very confusing. So as a mom, we have to be very mindful of how we carry ourselves. But I used to be very, very conscious of what, you know, how my boys saw me.
Right.
Because I didn't want them to think that a certain type of lifestyle or look was okay. Like, you'd never see me go outside in a bonnet. Like, sorry, guys who love wearing bonnets. It's just not cute,
we're going to talk
ladies.
about that on TikTok later.
It's not cute.
The bonnet and the bedroom
Okay,
slippers.
it's not cute.
Stop.
And I didn't want my boys to think that, oh, that's it. That's what their girl
No.
should look like. You know, so I think that moms, we should model the behavior that we want, but be very mindful. I was very mindful. I remember Jermaine had said it to me one time. Jeremy, the youngest one, had done something and he deserved to be punished for it. And I was speaking to him and I was clearly angry. And my voice was elevated. And afterwards, he's like, you know, everything that you said to Jeremy was absolutely correct. Everything that he did needed to be corrected. But be mindful of the fact that it is a boy that you're raising. And that boy that you're raising is going to be the head of a household soon.
Okay.
Eventually, that boy is going to have to relate to other women. And you don't want him to think that, you know, in his masculinity, that he should accept certain things.
Yes.
Or being spoken to in a certain way.
Yes.
And I thought about it, you know, and I was just like, as a mom, with a boy mom, I never really thought about how my son would relate to women based on how I speak to
Your
him.
tone.
My tone to him. You know, I don't want him to think that that's how a woman must
Talk to him.
I don't talk to my husband like that.
Mhm.
You know, and my mother doesn't speak to my father like that. So I pull that back all the way. You know, so there are some things that we as mothers, when we have based on the gender, like my mom raised me in a very feminine way, taught me how to be domesticated, how to cook, how to, you know, keep the house clean. And she was very adamant about it. Every Sunday someone had to make a big spread, you know. It was just something that she infused in us. And I just think that based on gender now, and yes, boy, girl. I'm not into that whatever thing.
Right.
It's boy, girl. And based on what you have, I think as moms, we need to nurture our children, not to be confused about their sexuality, but to be empowered within themselves, you know, empowered. And again, I recognize my children for who they are. I don't expect my children to just be a doctor because I'm a doctor.
Because
my eldest
you are a
son is a
doctor.
computer
Right.
engineer, you know. He's and I don't I want them to walk their path, their journey, and I recognize them for that, you know, recognize them if they want to be a chef, if they want to be you know, do landscaping, whatever it is what that they want to be. I know some boys that are excellent at cooking.
Yes.
It's not because they're feminine, but because
Yeah.
they're the greatest chef out there. You know, I know girls that want to do engineering and mechanic. That doesn't make them masculine. It just makes that's who they are. So as moms, we see it so much faster than a lot of other people
Right.
because we're there with them. So
There's just
recognize them.
This last point, would you believe that we're out of time? I swear, we're gonna have to, speak to Jareen about having you being the recurring guest, especially for Child's Month, because there's so much to unpack.
Yes.
There's so much to unpack, because I've always said, I was a single parent for a number of years, and I could not teach my son to be a man. I can nurture him, but I don't want him to be a masculine female.
I
don't
never did that.
Yeah,
I never taught my sons how to be a man.
I did not want to. I can't, because I'm not a man. You understand what I'm saying? And but on the other side, I don't want him to solve a problem the way how a woman solves it. So when Jermaine said that to you, you know what I'm saying? Careful how the tone and the thing, because you don't want him to be thinking that's okay to be spoken to in that light. So there is, so as you just said in the beginning of this conversation, there's no playbook.
No.
There's just none. It's trial and error.
Yeah, and
but
as
we
a
have
mom,
you.
have to know. But I also went through my trial and error, and I went through, just looking at my kids and trying to figure out what, because they all have different personalities, all three of them different personalities. But I think my biggest accomplishment as a mother with my children was having the ability to apologize when I did something wrong.
I do that a lot.
I think, and not letting them think that, I'm not going to apologize because I'm the mom. No,
that's gone out.
I made that correction.
44.
Yeah, and just being accountable to them as their mother. And
you get so much respect when you do that, because now you're credible, you're authentic, you are a human being, as opposed to this person that is always annoying them. Definitely. Dr. Charles King, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at the Phoenix Counseling Center. Very easy. And you can send me a WhatsApp if you want to have a conversation or to book a session at 876-868-3290. And you can also go on Instagram at the Phoenix Counseling Center, and you can click on that fresher link in the bio to make an appointment at your convenience.
Remember, guys, she is a friend to the show. Yes, she is. So, we kind of got her. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so that being said, Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Happy Mother's Day to you and to everybody out there, whether you're a mother, a sister, if you're in a mother role, a grandmother, an aunt, whatever role you play. All the single fathers out there, too, who are mothering. Yes, enjoy your day. I'm not going to tell you Happy Mother's Day, but enjoy the day as well. So, we're going to
shout out to Gloria and Beryl, our moms, loving them.
Yeah, my
all
mommy,
of my sisters.
Yeah, my mommy's in heaven, but I know she's shining down. Yes, and she'll be with me. So we're gonna have our thanks, of course, to Jareen Campbell, who has put this show together. Yes, and kept us really going. Our videographer and editor, who is Nigel Austin. You saw the French ambassador's home, so you know his skills.
Easy.
And of course, David McNish and Kevin Williams. They're our studio engineers. Without them, we can't. This is not possible at all. And of course, our driver, Kimali Rowe, who takes us around in style. So that wraps up another inspiring episode of our Decor Radio Show. Remember, it is Child's Month. Remember, we have a decor contest. Remember to send in your pictures with you in them, because if you're not in them, we're going to say, no, you kind of, we're going to have to do some, because we know someone can Photoshop. We know about Canva. You understand? So please enjoy yourselves this weekend. Be safe and love on each other. Until next week, we'll be back. Have a great one. Take care. We're out. Bye. Pizza's next.
Jamaica, Your rights are protected by our Constitution. From the right to education to freedom of expression, every citizen deserves respect and dignity. But remember, with rights come responsibilities. Let's uplift and respect each other and stand against injustice. Together, we can make Jamaica a better place for ourselves and future generations. Know your rights. Embrace your responsibilities. This message was brought to you by the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs.
Are you ready for something mega?
Spend $6,500 or more before GCT, drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion, April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Restaurant, Heineken, True Milk, Race, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst. Choose Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart, best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.